So good evening, good morning, everyone. It depends where are you in the world.
And the topic for today is,
are you willing to be the
lover
of money? Yay! Are you willing to be? Yes? Yes, no. No, yes.
So the question is that, do you remember when you were a lover? When you were truly in love with someone? And there are lots of people who are truly in love with something, like with their car, with their garden, with their rose bushes, or with some flowers.
What do you do when you are in love?
Actually,
you are being present with that, and you are willing to do anything, really, everything, whatever it takes, no matter what.
So, how many problems and issues do you have with money? That's really about that you are not willing to anything and everything, that you are not willing to be present with money, you're not willing to be there for money, to receive all the information about money, to receive all the possibilities about money, because you have points of view. For example, when you are in love with someone or something, you are really there. You are really listening to all the words, to all the tiny bits of information and consciousness that can come to you. So what would your life be like, and what would your relationship be like with money if you were truly in love with money, if you were the lover of money? So there is nothing wrong about being the lover of money. It's really about what is the financial reality that you would like to create for yourself, or what is the business that you would like to create? What's your point of view about business? What's your point of view about money? What's your point of view about work? Like, where did you buy into that money can only come from work, and work should be hard, should be something that makes you tired, that you hate?
Gary said only one thing has to be hard in your life. Only one thing.
Ladies.
Yes.
So the question is really, are you willing to be the lover of money in all aspects of life, in all the different ways how you can be a lover? What is your point of view about being a lover, especially not someone's lover, but money, the lover of money? So everywhere you make it wrong or right, everywhere you judge it or make yourself judgeable for that, will you now destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, good and poco, nine shorts, boys and beyond. You remember when you were much more younger?
Come on, Rocco. We are all young.
And that was the time for the first love in your life. And your parents told you, no, you are not allowed to go to the disco, you are not allowed to go out, it's too late night. No, that boy or that girl is not from that family that we would appreciate. And what you did? You woke up in the middle of the night, you were waiting until your parents went to bed and they fall asleep, and then you were sneaking out and going to meet with that person. You were willing to do everything.
No, we never done that. I never done that, honestly.
No one done that. I just know a few people who did.
I'm lying.
Everyone knows a few people who maybe did that. Like, you were really willing to use all the tools. However, you were not doing excess, but you turned on all your talents and capacities in order to make things happen, in order to pull in a reality that you were choosing. You were choosing to have that relationship. You were choosing to meet with that person. You were choosing to find the way for that, no matter what they did.
You were totally present with the whole situation, whatever it takes. You know, what can I do? How can I get closer to that person? You know?
How can I get the phone number of that person? How can I figure it out? When will that person be? Where the person will be? Even you were using your friends.
You were using everything, whatever it takes, no matter what. I'm choosing that.
Yeah.
What about money? Are you choosing it no matter what?
Or your point of view about money is that I have a life, I have a family,
I have a job,
I have a house.
I need money. That's it.
What's the difference between the two approaches? I guess you have the sense.
I need money because I have to pay the bills, the rent, the food, everything.
And all the things for my part.
Maybe your partner is happy about it, but you know.
So everywhere you are not willing to be present with what you desire, everywhere you make it wrong to express to yourself that what you desire, everywhere where being a lover is a shame. Because when you were a teenager, it was nice, it was great, it was really cool stuff, being a lover and having someone that you love. But especially loving money, like we learned it all the time, that
money is dirty, money
source of evil.
If someone has lots of money, they are a very bad person, they are cheating, liars.
They are bad personality people, like, no, and we are not talking about money. So there are all kinds of things about money that doesn't really allow you to be present with money. It doesn't really allow you, it's really, it's forbidden to be with money in a way that would allow you to receive, create, generate money, all the money that you desire to have for the life that you desire. And everything that brings up, all the energies that it brings up for you, will now destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, good and poor, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what would your life be like if you were that present with money? Like, how much money do you really desire to have? And is that the amount of money or what you can do with money?
Yes.
Because you can do the same thing sometimes from a small amount of money and from a huge amount of money. And sometimes people try to think like, okay, I would like to have this and this and this and this in my life. What is the cheapest way to have it in my life? And sometimes it doesn't give you that quality, that level, what you would like to have. This is how much you're worth. This is how much you see yourself worthy. What if you are really valuable? What if you don't have to make yourself cheap? Don't have to make what you desire less, because you think, oh, if I ask for less, then maybe it will be easier to achieve it, because less requires less energy, requires less money, less effort, less time, and everything that brings up. Everywhere you go into this, where you destroy and uncreate all that, everywhere where you try to create things and create like a linear path that's leading to the end result, you destroy and uncreate all that for all eternity. Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
So what else is really possible with money?
Is there something else possible with money?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Maybe they know.
When was the last time when you allowed yourself to be present with money? No, I'm not thinking about that. To be present with your bills that you have to pay, or to be present with the mortgage, but to be present with all kinds of energies that and as money can show up. So what is really the energy of money? How does it feel? How does it show up for you? Because this is really about you to be present with all your limitations, all the limiting points of view about money, to finally realize that, oh yes, I want money. Yes, you want money, that's okay. But what are your points of view about money? If you have those points of view that are not allowing you to think about it, that are not allowing you to have it, that makes you judge, makes you think about money as it is judgeable, and if you have it, then you are judgeable and wrong as well. That means you are not in the position that you can receive money, that you can have money, that you can handle money, that you can manage money.
Are you willing to be judged and receive more?
Are you willing to have that much money that everyone in the world would judge you for that? And everything it brings up, will you destroy and uncreate?
Right and wrong,
good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Are you willing to be that fucking bad person who has the most money ever? Are you willing to be the rich bitch? I am. And everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
And everywhere there are jobs or professions that are linked to money and sex, that is terrible. Like all the judgments about it, all the people's points of view about it, everything that you bought into about that you took over from other people's realities, will you now destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you have the point of view that, oh, I'm doing this job because it is a job and I have to keep it as a job. In that area of my life, it is just a job. It is not allowed to be like joy, because job has to be serious. Joy is not part of it. Or it cannot be easy, because if it's easy, then I'm not worthy enough. Then I'm not allowed to earn that much. Therefore, it has to be hard.
If it's fun, if it's too easy, that's nothing. It's nothing.
So all these points of view that makes your life and your relationship with money really a burden. Really, it's like a terror. Like every time when you get closer to money, it's like, oh, it's not good, it's not allowed, it's terrible. Somewhere in your universe, will you now destroy and uncreate for all eternity, beyond time and space and all dimensions, everywhere and anytime, in anyhow that you looked at money and you bought into, it's wrong somehow, or it's judgeable somehow, to have money, to deal with money, to receive money, to think about money.
And when you know, for a reason you got lots of money, you need to get rid of, so you just start to spend all of that, because no, it's not a good fun if I have lots of money.
So you now destroy and uncreate and eliminate, eradicate all of it for all eternity, all these points of view. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And all the oaths, vows, fealties, comilties,
secret promises, blood oaths,
that you made to yourself or to others or to any secret sects or religious groups in any lifetimes or dimensions, that is about money, that how you will destroy money or how you will eliminate money from your life, and in which many ways it's the source of evil. So therefore you will make others wrong as well who has money, but especially yourself. So you have to prove that you are perfect by not having enough money ever. So will you now revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, and destroy and uncreate that for all eternity and beyond? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Are you willing to get out from the vicious circle? I want money, but if I have money, I'm a bad person. You are just going around.
So actually, if you tap into money now, and all kinds of
abundance, actually, because it's not just money, but everything you really desire.
Like all the terms that would show up when you choose money, when you have money, all the things that you connect to, like being wealthy or rich. Just allow yourself to have that, to come into your reality. So what are still the limitations you have about it? Will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And just allow yourself to really tap into what is money and be, perceive and receive.
Without any points of view, without any judgment, without any expectations. So if you tap into money, really, what is this?
And all the different shapes and forms of money, the different currencies. And not just about money that comes from work, but money that you can inherit, money that can be donated to you.
Or you can find it, or you can win, or any kind of money.
So the different ways and forms you could receive and generate money or get money, not just through work. What are the different qualities? Would you allow yourself to be present with that, to have the capacity to sense the different forms of the different sources, the different money flows? You can say, okay, I've never bought a lottery ticket. You don't have to. But be present when there is a possibility. Be present when you could win it, and then buy it. Like, you don't have to go to a casino to win on the roulette. But just be present with all possibilities. Actually, there are people in excess who travel around the world and go into all kinds of casinos and play with these machines, and they build a sense of which is that machine where they can win, what they need to do, what they have to push. And they really win thousands of dollars a day, each and every day. What a terrible life. To have that sense of knowing, where should I go, what should I do, what should I touch, how should I do it?
Yeah, terrible if you know everything, right?
How many points of view they have, you think, about winning money? And how many points of view you have about winning money, about receiving money, about finding money? Oh, you are not allowed to find money because pretty sure it's someone else's, therefore you would take away someone else's well-earned money.
And everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poke, online shorts, boys and beyond.
So just allow yourself to be present with money, with all the different forms of money. Just lower your barriers. And as an infinite being, expand out in all directions of the universe. And what if money can come to you? And just allow yourself to receive that. Allow it, all these different streams of money, to come to you. Allow yourself to take it. Not just, yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. No, it's arriving and you take it.
It's already there.
Allow it to accumulate as well. Allow that amount to grow, not just the energy. Allow yourself to see it physically.
What if you really desire money and abundance? And everything that doesn't allow you to receive money, receive abundance with total ease, will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poke, online shorts, boys and beyond.
So what is it that money can add to your life?
We don't want just money. Of course, we would like to do something with that money.
So it's not just the money, but everything that is valuable in this reality.
Everything you desire to create. So what is that? What would you like to do? What would you like to create? What would you like to spend on,
So it's not just being the lover of money, but being the lover of anything that you choose. And are you willing to be the object
And are you willing to be the lover of yourself, actually?
Yes. You and your life is the thing that you love first and foremost. Are you willing to have that?
How does it feel actually in your body? I'm the lover of myself. How do you feel that?
Allow yourself to be there for you, to hold your own hand, to hold your back,
To tap yourself, you know.
Support yourself, contribute to yourself. And anything that doesn't allow you to be present with you, receive you, to contribute to you, will you now destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poco, nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you put yourself as second or last, or the non-unworthy. Everywhere you made yourself nothing. That, oh, I have to serve everyone, and maybe if everyone is happy, then maybe I can come.
I can tell you a secret. You can't make happy everyone. That's the thing.
Are you willing to recognize that there are people who won't be happy ever? And maybe these are your family members. So,
endless story, that's it.
Everywhere you have family members you can't make happy.
Or friends, or colleagues, or
boss.
Yeah, boss.
But you bought into that you have to make happy everyone, especially these people, because somehow maybe you are dependent on these people, or somehow you really connected to them and you bought into that. That is the key for your happiness or for your success, to make them happy. Everywhere you bought into that, when you now destroy and uncreate, right and wrong, good and bad, put and poco, nine shorts, boys and beyond. Because the only thing why you can't make them happy, because happiness is just a choice. It's their choice. If they choose, they can be happy without you as well, with whatever you would do.
What do you choose, and what the others choose, and who is the source of your life? I think we already asked these questions a couple of times, but it's really worth to ask it. Who is the source of your life? Who is the source of your creation?
To start to check what you made significant in your life, or who are the people or who are the situations that you made significant in your life.
Depending on.
That I'm waiting for this to happen. I'm waiting for this to show up in my life. And when it shows up, then I may come.
Then, and I will be happy as well. No.
Or then maybe you can start to create the life you desire when that thing happens finally. And everywhere you bought into, and everywhere you make yourself second, last, or none because of this, we destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poco, nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And just allow yourself, your body, and your whole being to restructure itself, to have all the ease with money and all the shapes and forms of money for all eternity. Not just today, not just in these lifetimes, but for all eternity, for yourself as an infinite being, beyond time and space and all dimensions. And everything that doesn't allow you to have that, will you destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poco, nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So, if you stay present with money and all the shapes and forms of money, all the different currencies of money, all the different ways how money can get to you. So how do you feel now? As the being and in your body. Like, would you allow your body and each and every cells and molecules and all the different parts and all the different elements of your body to receive money and stay present with that and see what is the contribution of money. I mean, it's strange, like, oh, what contribution it can be to my body. Just allow it to show up, to have your own experience of what it can really gift to your body. That energy of money. Oh, would you allow your body to have the same energy as money? I mean, of course, until now you didn't, because it was the evil and you don't want to look like the devil.
I don't want it.
But would you allow yourself to be worthy, to be valuable, to be sought after? Would you allow your body to have the same energies, the same quality as money? And you as a being, are you allowed to have that energy and vibration as well? Not just having money, physical money, or electronic money on bank accounts, but will you allow yourself as a being to have that energy and that quality? What is money? What is being wealthy? What is having money? What is accumulating money? Not just having and spending, but having, accumulating and spending, and accumulating more.
And create more.
And not just money, but everything that is valuable in this reality. Everything that is valuable for you and valuable for others. Are you willing to have the sense of value? What is valuable for others? Like, what are your capacities and talents that others would value, so they would pay for that?
And are you willing to receive it, even if it's an easy money for you? Because if something is very natural for you, very easy to do it, but the other people can value it because they can't do it. So are you willing to value yourself, value your capabilities, your capacities?
And are you willing to see what are the things that the people around you would value that is easy for you?
And are you willing to receive money for that? Because, if you are doing something and it is just so easy and so much fun for you, and someone, oh my gosh, thank you, you changed my life, I would like to give money. Oh, that's nothing, doesn't matter. Usually we say that. We don't receive anything for that. Why not?
It's so
because
natural.
They would like to value your help, your contribution, everything. And if they give money, or if they give something, to say thank you or express their gratitude, we just don't receive it.
And how many times did you allow yourself to receive when they wanted to give you chocolate, desserts, or food, but you rejected when it was money? Everything that brings up, we destroy and uncreate.
Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah. Chocolate is different than money, right?
It is the god of foods. You can always exchange it to anything you want. So are you willing to have money? Because it's like it's really, money is something that you can exchange to anything that you desire to have in your life. Would you allow yourself to really generate, to have this kind of chocolate as much as you want with total ease? Would you allow yourself to deal with, to manage, to have, to create, generate, and handle money and everything that is valuable with total ease and joy, with no points of view? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, online, shorts, boys and beyonds.
So what else is really possible now with the money for you?
And if you are present, if you allow to stay present with money and all the energies, all the different ways how money can show up in your life, So what is the future that you can create now? So not from the space of your past, not from the reference points of your past, what you have done with money in the past, or the failures of your past investments, not from that space, from the space that you are in now.
From the new possibilities, because you know, every day is a new possibility.
Each and every moment in your life can be a new start, which means you don't have to function from your past, but you look into your future and you function from that energy.
And this is only your choice when you say, okay, I start now again.
So when will you choose that? Of course, why would you choose it if it's not valuable for you? And if you are not valuable for yourself, there is fucking nothing that you would do. When you were a teenager, your first love, it was really valuable to you to finally make your first kiss, to have your first sexual experience. It was the most valued thing, not just for you, but all the other teenagers. So it was sort of like confirmed that if you do this thing, that then you are cool. Then you are the amazing person.
And how much were you present for the first kiss?
Do you still kiss like that? Do you still have sex like that when you had the first one? Do you still allow yourself to sense it, to receive it as much?
Everything, really, from the other person and from
receive
yourself.
Your partner as you did for the very first time?
Yes.
Oh, why the fuck? I already know my partner and we are not.
Oh, it's just a routine, you know. Sex is just a routine now. Does it have to be a routine? Or what if?
You are lucky if it's still a routine.
Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, for them, for coherentials, words and beyond.
Everywhere you are not doing it is, oh, my body is like this and that, and oh, my body anymore. Wait, this one.
I couldn't hear you. Sorry, Rob, I couldn't hear you. I'm not hearing you.
Okay.
Maybe my voice is not.
Bad sound. Oh no.
Bad sound. Bad blood, bad sound.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope this is still
is it okay? Now?
It is okay, but
so
they don't know what the hell to try.
Yes, but sometimes Rocco, it's not that loud.
Rocco.
Sometimes we don't hear Rocco.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sound dropped several times.
OMG. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So everything that brings up, would you destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, for and for coherentials, voids and beyond. Cool. Do you have any questions, actually? If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat box if you wish. No questions.
Good.
Okay.
And I have one. Cool. You can unmute yourself or just type it in.
Can I ask something?
Yes, please ask.
Yes. When I talk or I listen about money, I fell asleep immediately. I just buzz off. So it means I'm not present at all. And what is the way for me to become present?
Mm-hmm.
How to become present with money? We are talking all the time about being present, but what to do? What energy should I be?
So this is why we use this example of being the lover of money, to have the same sense of
the first love.
Like when you had the first love as a teenager, it was really about, I value myself, so this experience, the first kiss, I value it so much. I would like to have that experience and I'm willing to do everything for this.
no matter what. I'm willing to do it no matter what.
So it's not about that you have to kill people, for that you have to, you know, it's functioning from the space of the infinite being. That means you include everyone else in this reality, in your choice. So it's not about hurting others,
but contributing others as well,
if they are part of your creation along the way. So this is you are willing to do everything, and part of it is you include everyone in that choice. So do you remember how did you approach that person or that situation when you were falling in love, that you were willing to do everything for that love, for that first kiss, or for that first
anything.
Yes, you know what to do. And it's not about oh, I want money, I want hoard and accumulate and collect more and more money, and that's the purpose of my life. It can be, but most of the time money is just a tool that helps you to have something. So are you willing to be present with that thing that you would like to have? But if you don't really like anything in your life today, it doesn't really allow you to approach anything. It doesn't really allow you to do everything for that thing. You will just give up after 5 minutes. And the main reason, the root cause for that is that you are not valuable for yourself. Because when you were falling in love, or fooled by love, then you saw yourself as valuable, and those experiences that you could have with that person, it was also extremely valuable. So that value was so high, therefore you were willing to do everything. So what is the thing today in your life that is so valuable to you, so you are willing to do everything? And we are doing these clearings to allow you to be present with yourself and with your desires again, because a lot of people's problem is that they can't really sense value anymore. They just sense what is valuable for others, and only to that level of how much they have to pay for food and things in the supermarket or anywhere on any kind of market. But are you willing to be present with how much valuable you are to yourself? And everything that doesn't allow you to see yourself as valuable, to really value yourself, that you are the first for yourself. Maybe not for anyone else, but for yourself, you have to be the first. Because if you are not the first, then you will do nothing for yourself. You will always stop on your path in creating anything. If you put yourself first, you will complete everything that you choose.
And it doesn't mean you are selfish if you put yourself first. It doesn't mean that. It means you value yourself enough to start to create for yourself.
And you still value everyone else. You will not get rid of the people because I'm the first and I fucking don't give anything for you, so go.
It's not about that.
It's just recognizing that, hey, you have to hold your hand, you have to hold your back, you have to support yourself and what you really desire. Because when you achieve, when you are happy, when you really expand, that's an amazing contribution to the whole world, to all the people around you. It's like a huge wave, like a tsunami that starts to contribute to everyone else's life around you. Of course, you think if you live like, like a nun, like the nun of money, having none of money, in that case, you're not really a contribution. You can't be a contribution to yourself and to others.
Andrea, there is a question from the Hungarian side.
Yes.
Sziasztok! Hú, nem hallak. Micsoda?
Hogyan tudom meg nem teremteni tételt?
Ti hallatok, Rokko?
Yes.
Téged jobban, mint
Yes.
yes, we can hear you better than the voice in the background. So if you can
What's the
translate to
question?
English,
Yeah.
Oh,
hopefully.
sorry. Yes. The
Please.
question is, how can I destroy and uncreate? I think the woman was not at Bart's class.
I
Okay.
see.
So it's a new
So what does it mean?
term
destroy and
for her.
uncreate?
Cool. So just a little bit of basics.
Okay.
Ez egy kicsit alap, ez a nem teremtetté tevés.
We will mute you. Cool. Thank you. So one thing is that if you would like to destroy and uncreate anything, connect to that energy, connect to that situation, because the basic of everything is energy, vibration, these qualities. And when you think of something, when something happens to you or shows up in your life, you sense all of this.
Something is coming up for you.
So be present with that. It means you don't run away. Oh, it feels strange. It feels in a way that I have no idea what is that.
Yeah,
Don't run away.
Be present with that. And
be present, like, so when someone kicks you in your nuts, be present with the pain.
No, not like that.
when you taste the food, you are present with the taste, like it's like
usually
nice
not always, but you know, if something is very delicious and you have
chocolate,
a bite and oh my god, it's so orgasmic, it's just so yum, you are very present with that feeling, you know.
This is the same when something, like when you think of money and the energy of it comes to the surface. Let's say the energy of, oh, it's evil, the energy of how your parents were talking about it. It's not just the memory, but there is something behind it that you can sense as a being and that you can feel in your body, and allow yourself to sense it as a being and feel it in your body again. And you stay with that energy, like you don't try to close your eyes, you don't try to hide away, you don't try to run away from these things, but you are there for a moment, you grab these energies, these sensations, and then you say, okay, now I destroy and uncreate all of this for all eternity.
What is here, all the energies.
Because you are the one who makes it significant in one moment, in one point in your lifetime, and you are the one who can make it, like you can clear it and destroy it and uncreate these things.
Because, you know, if you just say, okay, yeah, I destroy and uncreate all the shits, what is happening with me, that's nothing. There is no energy there. It won't work, of course. But when something is happening with you and it's coming up and you feel there is the energy, you clear that energy because there is the charge on it. And if you separate yourself from something or the situations, you just can't change it. You really have to be present. You really have to connect to that. You have to connect to the energy as well. And after you clear that, that's how it works. So that's what we destroy and uncreate, all these energies, what is coming up.
This is how it works.
Yeah, that's it. There is a question in the Russian side as well. So Anna, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, we have a question. How can I acknowledge that I'm the money?
How you can acknowledge I am the money?
Oh, just do it. So what does it mean, acknowledging something? Like, first of all, what is your point of view about things? Because acknowledging is sort of like you as an infinite being, actually you have access to everything and you are everything. So, and you are everything without making any of that significant. Like, as an infinite being, you expand out in all directions of the universe and allow yourself to be, know, perceive, and receive everything in this expanded space, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as you expand, and be present with everything, like allowing yourself to be present with money. Because there are people who will still say money is bad and evil, and they are willing to pay you money. Good. And there are people who say, oh, money is amazing, and they are not willing to give you anything. So it's not about that how people deal with money. It's about how you deal with money and how you deal with these people. Do you make it significant? So would you allow yourself to be money and acknowledge it, that you are also in some way money? You're also valuable. You also have the power to create more money. You also have the power to achieve things, to generate things. You have all capacities and talents. You are much more than money, but you have same capacities as money has in the world. Are you willing to acknowledge that? Are you willing to have money, and not just for this moment, not just for a very short second or millisecond, but for all eternity? Like when you choose something, it's not about, okay, I choose it now, and then you turn away and forget about it for good. It's about keep choosing until you have it, or until you recognize that something, I don't really want it, because now I find out what I really want instead of that. That's also good. Yes, cool. Someone's saying that being the object of pleasure of money, like the being in, the lover of money, like, are you willing to be the one that you love? It's not about, being the, in how to say, like, it's about making yourself the first, really starting to value yourself and recognize that how amazing you are. Like, if you don't have this thing in your life, then you are just a robot. You are just a servant. You are not here for life. You are here to serve someone or something. We can build robots for that. We can build like tools for that. You are not a tool in that way to become nothing and useless. You are an infinite being, and allow yourself to be an infinite being in all areas of your life. And you can contribute. That's a different thing. Contribute and serving are not the same at all. So just allow yourself to be the infinite being with everything and all the time, with money as well.
And it doesn't mean you don't do anything for others anymore, and you don't have to others anymore. It's not about that.
Because that's contribution. It's about don't be a servant, because a servant is rather like
you have to do it. I must do it. Not from this energy, but the energy from the pleasure, from the joy, from the contribution. It's totally different. You still, want to help to others or contribute others, just in a different way.
Oh, in which different way? It is a different way. It has a different energy behind it. And because of that, it has a different energy. Like, you can tap it into this different energy, like into these two different things, and you can sense which one makes you feel more expanded, much lighter, and which one makes you feel more contracted. Like, we can try to explain and describe these words, but it's not really about the words, but the energy behind it.
Yes, because
so we can use the
everyone.
same word as you use, but for you it brings up a different energy. And for you, maybe the energy that it brings up is not nice. What it brings up for us, it's very nice. So don't worry about if a word is not bringing the energy for you the same. Just be present. What is the energy that word or that situation brings up for you? And start to be present with that and know what needs to be done with that. If it's not nice, if it is contracting, get rid of it, clear it. If it is expansion, start to look for what is that? How can I get there? How can I have more of that? Because your very nature is the continuous expansion. And as well, money is a tool for that. It's not the end of the road, it's just a tool for you to get further. And are you willing to acknowledge that in this reality, money is something that is really valued by everyone on planet Earth? Not right, not wrong, it's valued. And are you willing to be present with everything that is valued on this planet?
Including you as well.
Cool. So thank you so much for
Thanks.
everyone joining us
Thank
today.
you for all the beautiful translators. Thank you so much.
And for all the cool questions.
Thank you for your presence, and thank you for being a contribution and choosing more, guys. Thank you. It's always great to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lovely Brazilian people.
From all around the world.
Yeah, and all of you.
Thank you so much.
And hope see you soon.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Sziasztok!
Sziasztok.
Sziasztok!
Bye-bye.
Ciao!